Hello everyone. Today I'd like to inform you on why CPR is important. Across the country, a lot of people understand the term CPR, but they do not know how to effectively give CPR, and they don't have the proper training. I'd like to tell you guys a little story about a bank teller who wanted to learn CPR. She wanted her coworkers and her supervisors to learn CPR as well, but they never did. Not long after that, one of her coworkers went into cardiac arrest. They called 911, but they didn't get much assistance there, and ultimately that coworker died. If more people understood and knew how to administer CPR, that coworker possibly could have lived. Today I'd like to talk to you about three main points: why CPR is effective, how to open the airway using a head, tilt, chin lift maneuver, and the different industries that require CPR in order to gain employment. On the American Heart Association's website, under Facts and Stats, they claim that anyone can learn CPR, and they should. They state that 70% of Americans feel helpless when it comes time to give CPR to someone. Nearly 326,000 people across the country go through cardiac arrest annually, and 88% of those people, it occurs in the home. Were you guys aware that African Americans are twice as likely to go through cardiac arrest versus Caucasian people? Now, does anyone in here, have they ever learned CPR? Do they know CPR?
Yes.
Okay, great. More people should know CPR. We can bring down those numbers and those statistics if more people learn how to do CPR. Not to mention, CPR is not the same as a heart attack. CPR occurs when the heart suddenly, not CPR, but cardiac arrest occurs when the heart suddenly stops, whereas a heart attack is caused by the blood supply and part of the muscle in the heart that gets blocked. Now, a heart attack can cause someone to go into cardiac arrest, but again, it's not the same. So on to my next point, how to effectively open the airway. I'm sure you guys have seen on TV at some point where someone is giving someone CPR. But have you ever noticed they just pinch the nose and start giving mouth to mouth? That's not the correct way to open the airway. You can find the correct way on the Mayo Clinic's website under CPR and first aid. It'll go through step by step how to effectively open the airway. But today I'm going to do a demonstration for you. The first thing you want to do is take the palm of your hand and place it on the forehead. Then you'll take your other hand, place 2 fingers on the bony part of the chin, making sure that you don't put it in the middle because that can block the airway. You also want to pinch the nose. You want to tilt the head back and lift the chin, and that will allow the tongue to get out of the way so it doesn't obstruct the airway. Next, you want to give 2 breaths while looking at the chest to make sure that it rises. If the chest does not rise, you want to put the head back in the normal position and then reopen the airway. On to my last topic is the different industries that require CPR in order for you to get employment. You can also find this information on the Emergency Management Resources website under courses. For example, the healthcare industry. They require you to have a certain type of CPR certification. It's called a BLS. That stands for Basic Life Support. Anyone in that industry working in any hospital setting is required to have that type of certification. Now, if you want to work in the daycare industry or as a foster parent, something like that, you're required to have a pediatric certification. That is specifically for people working with small children. There's other type of certifications for different industries that you can find on the internet anywhere of what type of CPR you are needed to work in a certain industry. So on to my conclusion. I have went over with you why CPR is important, how to properly open the airway using a head tilt chin lift maneuver, and the different industries that require CPR for you to become certified. With all that knowledge that I just gave you, the best thing and the best advice I can give you is to go on the internet, look up a local CPR training site in your area, and go get CPR certified. Thank you everyone for coming out. I appreciate it, and I hope you gained a lot of information today.